Hello, welcome to First Coast Living. I'm Mike Prengley. Time to connect through music. Okay, Jacksonville's own Shinedown is on tour, but they play here right in their hometown. I caught up with a band member to learn how they're supporting mental health care.
Yeah, well, first of all, we're just excited to be able to come to Jacksonville and appreciate you having me today. We've been with, as far as the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, we've been working with them for over a decade now. They're a very important group of people that bring awareness to suicide and suicide prevention. A lot of times, we're a band that's been talking about mental health in our records for the better part of 20 years. And, ultimately, as we see the stigma start to fall with mental health and actually bringing more awareness to society that, listen, it's a very, very interesting world that we live in, and we navigate through social media, and that climate can be difficult at times. We often tell people with social media that, remember, you're in control of the device doesn't need to be in control of you. But a lot of times what you find with people when you express this concern about suicide is that a lot of times people are afraid to say something, that they're feeling off, that they don't know why they're mentally kind of changing and having these types of emotions and what have you. There's a fear of embarrassment, there's a fear of shame, and we're trying to eliminate that because a lot of times for us, even if you see a family member or a friend of yours and you can tell something is off, the worst thing you could do is be quiet. You have to bring this up. You have to have a conversation about it. Suicide has affected myself personally. I've lost a lot of friends to suicide, family members and people that I know. And we just want to try to save as many lives as we can by bringing awareness that there is help. There is a place for you, that you can talk to somebody that will be able to help you with these emotions. And, the AFSP, we've been working with them for quite some time. They're an incredible organization. So it was very important on this tour that every dollar from every ticket goes directly to the organization to bring awareness and to help people.
Yeah. Hey, Brent, thank you for that wonderful and powerful message as well. Really, you're being really the cutting edge of getting that discussion out there. So yes, have that conversation. And also let's talk about the music now. Shinedown, you were talking a little bit about today's society. It has changed. And
yeah.
Shinedown has a gift, many say, of making us all feel connected. Why do you think that's so important in today's society?
I mean, I think that at the end of the day, for me, and the way that myself and Zach and Barry and Eric, the way that we see things in music is that it has to be real. It has to come from an honest place. And for us, again, we write about what we know, about the scenarios we've been in, the people that we've met, the places that we've gone to in our career. We're also trying to never write the same song over and over again, and we do our best to never write the same album twice. Our fan base, whether they've been there from day one or they're just kind of finding out who we are, has always allowed us to be ourselves. And as artists and musicians and being creative, they've allowed us to grow because we want them to do the same. But, for us, in Shinedown, we only have one boss. It just happens to be everybody in the audience. So I think more than anything, I think that people know that this band is authentic, that we're coming from an honest place, and that we're rock and roll to the bone.
Amen, brother. Yes, well said. And you confront many of societal issues, including cancel culture, things like that. And also, I want to know about this new hit song of yours. Very good. I just had it playing through the morning here. A Symptom of Being Human. Tell us more about that.
Well, I mean, A Symptom of Being Human was one of the very first songs that was written for the new album, Planet Zero. And, it was an interesting song because at the time that it was written in the midst of a pandemic. And to be honest with you, A Symptom of Being Human was really inspired by our road crew, because at this point in time, a lot of the people that we have on the road with us, the men and the women that put these shows up every single night, there's a huge army of people that we are on the road with that develop these stage shows. And without them, the show doesn't happen. And for all of them to be put into a situation where they didn't know when they were going to be able to return to their job and when they were going to be able to return to being around one another, I knew that a lot of them were having a tough time, as were we. So I wanted to write a song that gave everybody a sense of comfort and understanding that listen, we're going to get through this. We're all going to work as a family, but as human beings, we're all a work in progress.
Hey, we've got a show to talk about in Jacksonville. One of the best cities. We are the best city in the country. We are just loving people, community, and we're ready to roll out the red carpet for you here. So what can we expect for the big concert on April 14th at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena?
It's definitely, we are going to bring you all the bells and whistles, literally. It's a massive stage show. The thrust of this show literally goes out into the center of the arena. So you've got a 360 angle. There's not a bad seat in the house. It's a 20+ song set list. We're going to hopefully be able to bring you all the songs that you want to hear and maybe some that surprise you. It's been a minute since we were able to play Jacksonville proper. The estate of Shinedown is from right there in Jacksonville, Florida. The band was formed there. So it's wonderful to be able to come home.
Right.
Our drummer, Mr. Barry Kirch, who Jacksonville, born and raised, native, is so excited for this show. And like I said, man, rock and roll to the bone. We're going to bring you everything that we can. And it's going to be a blast. We're going to have a great time.
Come and welcome our very own Shinedown. All right, April 14th, circle your account and get those tickets while you can because they're going fast. And of course, Brent, thank you again.
My pleasure. Thank you all so much. Love it.
Okay, buddy. And go to our website for much more on this, and that is firstcoastliving.net.